worth more than $3 billion at last count. President Donald Trump famously promised during the 2016 US presidential to draw no salary should he be elected, and, thus far, he's been keeping his promise, donating presidential pay in quarterly chunks to various government departments such as the Department of Health and Human Services. Wondering how much the president makes exactly in his current job, and how his salary stacks up compared to other world leaders and the average citizen who voted him in. British financial services firm Lig Group has compiled an online comparative database of how various elected, appointed and lifetime leaders of countries are compensated. Here's a look at one such measure: the annual salaries, in US dollars, of the top 10 best paid global leaders, and how many times the average per capita GDP of the nations they govern they earn. Number 10. President Donald Trump, USA, at $400,000 a year. Donald Trump pulls in about 7 times the average US per capita GDP of just under $57,467. Number 9. President Alexander van der Bellen, Austria, a professor of economics at the University of Vienna before entering politics. Van der Bellen earns 9 times the annual Austrian GDP of just over $44,176 per person. Number 8. Chancellor Walter Thurnher, Switzerland, originally trained as a physicist and long a member of Switzerland's diplomatic corps. Thurnher takes home just under 6 times the average Swiss GDP of some $78,813 per person per year. Number 7. President Alain Berset, Switzerland. Berset earned a PhD in economics in 2005 with a dissertation on how migration on a global scale impacts on local working conditions. He does marginally better salary-wise than his co-worker in the Swiss Chancellery, taking home just over 6 times the average Swiss per capita of GDP. Number 6. Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull, Australia. Turnbull has been employed as a merchant banker and venture capitalist, among other gigs. These days, he is paid about 10.6 times the average annual per capita GDP of Australia. Number 5. King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands. Now, we're in the royal big leagues. King Willem-Alexander, who assumed the Dutch throne in 2013, is paid just under 24 times the annual Netherlands per capita GDP of about $45,000. Number 4. Emperor Akihito of Japan. The salary for sitting on the chrysanthemum throne comes in a whopping 79.35 times the annual Japanese GDP of just under $38,895 per person. Number 3. Queen Margaret II of Denmark. An accomplished painter, Queen Margaret makes a heck of a lot more as monarch, at almost 253 times the per capita GDP of Denmark, than she would churning out watercolors. Number 2. King Philippe of Belgium. King Philippe does way better than his royal Dutch counterpart Willem-Alexander just to the north, pulling in some 346 times the Belgian annual per capita GDP of about $41,096. Number 1. Queen Elizabeth II, United Kingdom. At 92 years of age, Britain's beloved Queen Elizabeth is in a league of her own when it comes to income. Her earnings add up to 2,660.4 times the per capita GDP of the United Kingdom. Sounds like a lot, but if the Queen's salary were equally distributed across Great Britain and Northern Ireland, each citizen would only get £1.16 or $1.62 at current exchange rates.